Back to Two Brothers Sports Podcast presented by RambleOnSports.com. It is Wednesday, September 11th. And fellas, I just want to say one thing to the fans of Two Brothers Sports Podcast Nation. I'm sorry. I'm extremely sorry. I was hoping for a better start to the NFL season, and we just really disappointed this here. I promise you one thing. A lot of good will come out of this. You'll never see a degenerate in the entire country work as hard as I will the rest of the season. You'll never see someone push the rest of this podcast as hard as I will push everyone the rest of the season. And you'll never see a team handicap and bounce back harder than we will the rest of this season. God bless. What's up, fellas? How we doing?
God bless.
God fucking bless. God bless us, and we got to bounce back. But
I agree. I mean, yeah, college football just atrocious, and then I only went 3 of 5, so but yeah, it was rough, dude. I mean, in general, I actually did not have a great weekend. Happened.
No, it's tough. I mean, I had a great weekend in the sense Steelers win. Feels great to be kind of 1-0, just like the Bears there. Pitt, Virginia Tech win, but I get on here and I feel sick to my stomach. Not quite just my performance, especially on the college football side. But we'll get into it there. We'll bounce back, like Sam said. We'll rally the troops. Be all right. Listen, there's a lot of bad football we watched on Sunday that 10 weeks from now we won't be concerned about those teams. I hope we look back on the same way on our week 1 performance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. We'll be back. We got the backyard brawl this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. So we'll get into that. Yep, Max wearing that. I know we got some big games. Oh, great fucking slate. So I'm excited to get into the picks. We'll get into what's above me and what's in my background later. But yeah, overall, real tough on the Notre Dame Green Bay. So get into that. But let's recap real quick just the picks so we can get this over with and move on to next week and bouncing back. So as Sean mentioned, an offer on college football on Saturday. I went 1-2 with Oak State. Really, if you bet Oak State covering on Saturday, you actually did not cover. So hopefully I got real lucky on the -7.5 when we got it on Tuesday, but I know that bumped up, and so I know they didn't cover come with some Saturday spread. And then a couple tough losses with Iowa, with Max, Oregon, and then Texas coming through though. So thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm glad I did have at least a straight with Texas. Did very well with that, but yeah, I mean, fuck, they beat the shit out of them. Granted, Michigan lost a lot, and even their head coach, but Texas is looking very crisp right now. Very, very crisp.
I will be thinking about under 63 in Arkansas, Oklahoma State next year. That was absolutely sick. That game was 21-10 in the fourth quarter. I mean, I'm lost for words about just how that spiraled out of control. Anything that could have went wrong, kind of if you were an under ticket holder there, went wrong. And then your least favorite thing happens overtime, and just the ripcord was pulled. But oh man, that being like at noon too. I just knew that the rest of my picks were going to be trash after that.
But I thought App State, I was really hyped about that 18. I needed about what, 44 more points?
I think it was 30-0 after the first quarter.
Yeah, I was like, all right, we're done with that one. Maryland,
good on Clemson to bounce back after the week 1 loss to Georgia.
Oh yeah, and then I was with a bunch of Terps on Saturday, and that was a tough one too. Just Michigan State,
Michigan State's quarterback is just going to be Jekyll and Hyde this year because he makes some throws that are absolutely incredible, and then he'll do some weird stuff as well. Just some head scratching picks.
Yeah. I guess we talk about Notre Dame. I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch most of it. I didn't think it was going to be an issue. So from my gathering, Riley Leonard doesn't really know how to throw a football, but we do like his pinball running. We got to figure that shit out. Max, any thoughts on that? I mean, I thought this was I thought we had a good 5-6 weeks of easy wins before fucking like Florida State, even Florida State in them. So I wasn't really concerned, and that was just a tough game.
Yeah, I mean, A&M was pretty much the big team to beat. We beat them, and I think Freeman kind of said it pretty well. He's like, we believe the hype, like everyone's like, okay, like this is our year. Like let's just breeze right through this year. We have a pretty easy schedule, and just didn't perform. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not good. I was kind of flipping back and forth for the beginning, but that last quarter and a half I was all in, and it was just ugly. It just missed field goals or blocked field goals. Like it was just not good. So very unfortunate. I would assume that we probably won't be in the playoffs now. Yeah, I guess you could never know, but that's just a terrible loss. So move forward. All my teams suck. I don't know.
I think the only like positive thing I can possibly spin is that our defense still is good. So it's just
Sure.
that's it. That's it. Like we just have to score fucking what, 17 points? Like
Yeah. Could have sealed it with that. It was a 63 yarder. But it was also blocked. So yeah. Yeah.
They are ranked this week, Northern Illinois. So
No shit.
that's awesome. Good for them.
Yeah.
And
Good hit.
25?
You like 24, I think, or something.
Nice.
Yeah. Hang the banner.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay.
Yeah.
Any other college football? What college? I'm trying to look at aside from our bets. Any other big takeaways you guys had?
Texas is back.
Yeah.
And Tennessee is real as well.
Tennessee's winning.
Tennessee's very real.
Yeah.
Very, very real indeed. That is a very solid defense that they just pooped
I'm
on.
glad I hopped on the over 8.5 wins their season.
That is nice.
Yeah, that should be pretty solid. I like that.
And I did text it in the group chat as well, but Cam Ward Heisman is a very
You did.
Yep. I like it. I got that parlay, the Miami ACC championship. I got a couple other things that got to happen, but I like that as well.
But also Nico Heisman is more likely. Yeah.
If the Boise State running back runs for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns every game, maybe he'll win it.
Yeah. Dude, he's ridiculous. What was that?
Yeah. Are you concerned about Oregon at all?
Slightly. Yeah.
Good bit.
They got to get some defense figured out, and they get slow. They're pretty slow to start.
Vegas giving the Beavers 16.5 points to play with at home against Oregon in the Civil War this week.
I saw that. That's something to think about.
It's something to think about.
Yeah, I'm done after that one last week. I'll tell you that. So I even bet them week 1. I didn't have them for the pod, but
yeah. And then Iowa State beat Iowa on that game winner as well. That was a tough one too.
But they had them kind of all game.
Yeah, another one too. If you had an Iowa ticket there, I think they're up 13-0 at half.
Yeah. That's tough.
Saw that. I was like, all right, just play defense.
Yep.
They did the one thing that or whatever. Move on. I'm ready for a new week.
Yes. Play. And then let's talk a little NFL. Looking at the picks, we'll do some recap, and then we'll get into this week's picks. Hand up, I stink. I had a 1-4 week. Bears, Chicago over did not hit. New Orleans covered on their own, or the over under. So they beat me just by them. And then Cincinnati just decided they didn't want to play fucking football. Lost the Kittle one by 2 yards, and I mean I hammered Dallas like financially because everything else lost to make back like most of what I lost. But yeah, tough week for your boy. Chase looks terrible as well for the touchdown parlay. So I didn't contribute for shit there. So yeah, like I said earlier, I'm sorry guys. So yeah. Overall, Max at 3-2 with the Todd 2. Sean with 2-3. So you guys still solid.
I'm not. This isn't one kind of like it's still the money isn't there, but I feel pretty good about my 2-3 week. Could have been easily 4-1. The Houston -2.5 is tough. Just winning that game by 2 there, and Mike Evans got 64 yards or what did he have? 62 yards through like 3 quarters, and then just they didn't need him in the 4th quarter. So it sucks, but I feel like the process was there. So I'm walking. I'm still feeling confident with the NFL picks.
Good. I like that. That is so true. That Houston one was, I mean, had the Houston one in the bag too. So, and I know Tyreek Hill popped off, but like that game was just a slow start with Tua and all those guys in my
Yeah.
So
you just knew about that 1st quarter that over was done.
Yep. And then Max going 3-2. Max, how we feeling going into next week?
Max,
real solid.
Yeah, I think pretty good. I feel like I should have known with that Rams Detroit game. But yeah, I feel pretty good. I like that all our dogs hit. So
Yes.
the dogs are out, and something to keep in mind.
Yep. And I think unders are probably going to be our thing too. I mean, New Orleans is not scoring 47 anymore. That like they could play 9.
Dude, yeah.
And
is Derek Carr back?
Huh?
Is Derek Carr back?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he looked good, man. He looked really good. Shaheed looked good. Olave didn't even have a big week and didn't really need to. Taysom Hill almost mossed a dude in the end zone too. I was like, oh, Taysom's out here mossing kids in the corner. Like they're just fucking around at this point.
They are.
Sean, you want to talk about your Steelers, man?
Yeah, I mean, we'll keep it moving. I thought I like the way Justin Fields kind of got into the game there. It was right off the bat, he fumbled the first snap, missed a wide open wide receiver by 7 yards. I mean, the first series, like, all right, here we go again. But he got into the flow of the game, hit Pickens on a few deep balls right there. That connection. Those guys actually overlapped at Georgia per year, so I'm sure they got a pretty good relationship. So that looks pretty good. And I mean, listen, as much Kirk did not look good. He doesn't look that healthy, but I think both can be true where the defense was teeing off. I mean, TJ Watt looked incredible. JPJ, just you wouldn't have even known Drake London was out there with Joey Porter Jr. putting the locks on him out there. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff there. And then, this kind of schedule is kind of working out for them where they got, a not that healthy Kirk week 1. They go to Denver week 2 and see if again they can take advantage and speed up a rookie QB here. And it looks like it's going to be Fields again. So, yeah.
Fair. Yeah. There.
Welcome to the Field Show.
I know. It's going to be a volatile ride.
Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't even be saying that after what our offense just did without him. I mean, everyone blamed him, and look what happened. So,
yep, yeah. Max, you want to talk about your Bears? Also, want to know.
I'd say most definitely should not be 1-0. Defense played great. Will Levis played even worse. But I think he made some actually really good throws and shit too though. Like he looked pretty solid. I think we were pretty swarming him. I said our defense was good in my friends group chat, and all I got was it's Will Levis. So I understand that, but still, like, I mean, the defense. It's not like they weren't doing anything. Like they were on them. Everyone looked really crisp, really good. 1 interception away from keeping my pinky already through week 1. If anyone remembers that Jalen Johnson interception, I think it was like 1.5 interceptions. It might have been 2.5, but either way, he's already got one in week 1. So I'm looking very good, very clean. Um, yeah, I defense looked great. Special teams, obviously. Offense needs work. Caleb did look pretty rough, threw into a lot of defenders, just straight into their chest, on screens or slants and shit. But, you know, we move forward. I'm sure he's working his ass off. He had a great post-game speech on the field, owning up to everything and giving props to everyone else. So uh, he's looking good as a leader, at least. Um, yeah, ready to see what we can do Sunday night. It will be very scary. I'm very scared.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one, especially prime time. Giving him week 2, giving him 1 week to settle in to
Yeah.
his new role and job and stuff. So that's gonna be tough. I'm sure we will talk about that later. I'm gonna try and keep my shit short. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna keep my shit short and sweet, I guess. I'm gonna try to, and then we can get into the picks and all positive stuff. So yeah, I think it was for me. It's like Hail Mary, we're throwing Love out. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, you never know what could happen, but it's tough to see that happen. So far, our news is pretty solid on the MCL and ACL and everything. So, probably a couple weeks. They're saying he's trying to get back from what I've been reading. He's trying to get back as early as this week. I don't know that we should be rushing that. The guy 250 5 years, so I'm cool with him sitting a game or two, playing the Colts. Be honest, I feel like they're gonna play pretty pissed off. After losing to the Texans. Texans are nothing against the Texans, but I feel like Colts were right there. I feel like they're gonna want that, and I think Malik Willis at QB is kind of like do not expect much. It's gonna be like we might not throw the ball more than like 15 times this game. It's gonna be pretty heavy in the run. Defense didn't look great. To be honest with you, I gotta give the Eagles credit, man. That they with Saquon, it's a whole. They took it to a whole nother level. Like offense was just rolling over our defensive line. They were just getting yards, yards, yards. Didn't care how they were doing. You got AJ Brown on the outs. Devontae Smith, like Goddard, had a couple nice snags. I mean, they kind of just kicked our ass up and down. We were really just trying to keep up at that point. Did a decent job. Jaden Reed's a fucking stud. He's an absolute monster. So I'm hyped about him.
Positive.
Jacobs still adjusting a little bit. Our O line's a little shaky at times. We're trying to figure out post Bakhtiari era. So got that going. I don't know, man. I'm not expecting a whole lot while Love's out. I just hope that the way the schedule's set up, they might be able to steal a game or two. I'm not expecting anything, but we can just not be like 0-6 by the time he comes back. I've been having a hard time gripping with whether if we're 0-6, why the fuck would we let's just tank the whole fucking season. I'm not even joking. Like fuck 6, like if we're 0-6, like don't even waste them. We got 4 or 5 more years on the contract. Like, do not if we're not gonna have a chance at playoffs and we don't think we can get back, like I don't expect us to win 10, 11 games after that. So I think it really just everything hinges on his timetable for recovery and what he's going to be back looking like. So
Yeah.
I don't feel great.
Oh, I was sick to my stomach for you, man.
Yeah, that was a tough one. And yeah,
Fuck that deal too. I know that wasn't the
I was so upset.
that was crazy in the first half, just watching everyone slip.
yeah, I know. That's why I'm like sitting here. I'm just like, geez, what are we doing with this grass? And, it's just
Yeah, that did not
Saquon's
look like.
very first run, he like slipped.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, these guys gonna get hurt out here. So
Well, just side note, is soccer they keep it pretty wet so they can like slide tackle easily and shit,
yeah,
right?
yep, yeah.
So kind of like
Grass, they definitely keep it a little bit softer and not, yeah, they don't got 300-pound dudes running around on the field.
yeah.
So, yep. So that's that. On to the Colts. Let's make it exciting. Can't promise that I'm not going to fade my team. Fuck you, Dustin, for making me do the sign, but good win on the Eagles. I do have them winning the division already in the future. I feel Eagles, I've said this multiple times. We talked about it in the previews. Eagles going to win the division. Eagles could probably get to the Super Bowl potentially. Had to see how Saquon looks. Great first game, and they're going to be scary to watch. So yeah. Anyways, shall we get to picks? Finally, best part of the show.
Let's do it.
All righty. We're gonna start with college football. We're gonna get to the pros after. Looking at the records, let's see. I think we just do whoever had the best record last week. Let's see. All right, so I'm up. I'm gonna pick the order. That's what we'll do. Pick the order. So I'm gonna go last. I'm just gonna go Max, Sean, Sam.
Okay.
And it's right on the board, so makes it easy. So leader will pick. Max starts off.
Man, honestly, there's some line. I don't know. I didn't really like this weekend's slate too much, if I'm gonna be 100% honest. But
What do we do? Are you doing NFL or college right now?
college, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's awesome.
I know.
Sorry.
I get it, yeah, but I don't know. Nothing really tickled me. The one that tickled me the most is going to be under 54, Boston College, Mizzou.
Damn, that was good. Nice.
Yeah, I just feel it's going to be just a battle. Like they're not really going to be able to move the ball too much on either side, and just kind of be at a stalemate for a while. So 54 seems like a little too high.
I like that a lot.
Mhm. Very
Yeah.
nice, Max. Yep, I had that on the board there too. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I can't let Oklahoma State get away with this again. Give me under 62 in Oklahoma State, Tulsa. I'm not going to come here with sophisticated reasons why. I just, I think they'll play good defense against Tulsa. And either way, they're not going over that again.
I like
Yeah.
I think it's 62 and a half.
62 and a half.
Yeah.
Love it. Why not? Why not? Yeah. I was torn on a couple of them. I'm gonna start out with the Cox going game day. Went against LSU week 1. Nussmeier, I might just be fading Brian Kelly entirely, just him, but I'm still gonna go with South Carolina. They look good against Kentucky last week. Could be an easy letdown game, but they're dogs. They're +7. And maybe that goes a little closer to 7.5. I'm probably gonna just I'm just gonna play +7 because I think they could easily win outright. The way they're looking, team's exciting, and it's a nice little noon game. Looking forward to that.
Nice.
So then what I'm gonna do next, I was thinking about it, and I was kind of like, should I do it right after Max does it and just keep it in the same line? I'm gonna go Boston College 7. I think it's +17 against Missouri. I don't know if I'm crazy looking at that line. Is that the right line?
I just saw it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
I see it's -17 for Missouri.
Yeah,
All right.
I see 17 straight. Yeah.
Yep. Like Max. So this is a numbers game, I think. As we like to do a numbers play. Mizzou, BC, we're all on this under, so I like that. I think they're able to keep it close. We saw the ball control. So I think, time of possession, ball control kind of numbers the last couple games. They're pretty good with that. Castellanos is gonna be fun. Missouri's still gonna, get a couple plays here and there, maybe like a breakaway Burden kind of long touchdown off a missed tackle or something, but I think BC's gonna keep them within 17, and so I will follow up with that.
I don't think now BC was playing like a Duquesne or something, but they didn't give up a point last week. They held Florida State in check the week before, so that defense should probably continue to play well there.
Yep.
Well, we'll be a couple minutes into picking college football. People might think there's only 2 games. being played because I'm going to go over in South Carolina and LSU. I think this is just going to get kind of wonky there at the end, and going to be going back and forth and 2-minute drives that are getting 7 points there. Maybe overtime will be my friend here, but I like the LSU offense and I don't like the LSU defense, so I'll go over 50 there, 50 burger.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, beautiful.
That is nice. Yeah, that's definitely Point City.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't even need to look that crazy. I mean, that game could just end up being like, I don't know, 34-27.
Yeah. No, I like that a lot. I guess I won't do my Oklahoma State minus 20. No, I didn't have that, but don't hate it at all. They can put up some points. I'm gonna. I did put a couple down, but I never said I really liked them. I'm gonna go Utah minus 20 against Utah State. Um, don't like it because they're in the Big 12 and they'll win the Big 12 most likely. But they are a very solid team, and this is a rivalry game. Utah State is not much to talk about. Utah's going to blow them out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's solid. That's solid. They were up by what? Like they were up like 15 in their last game, like in the first quarter, and I was like, oh damn, I should have just put more on top for that. So I like that.
And since I already brought him up about possibly winning Heisman, somewhat shiggles, somewhat serious. Miami of Florida minus 36.5 against Ball State. This is where it's like Cam wants to get some more yards, like try to prove that Heisman, get stat pad and all that shit. It's gonna be like 49-3.
Yep. Yep. You said 36.
36.5.
36 and a half. Yeah, I like that as well. I was kind of surprised it wasn't closer to like 41 and a half, 42 and a half. So I'm with you there. That was on the list.
I will also be looking at a Miami here, but Miami of Ohio playing, hosting the Cincinnati Bearcats, which I got to get a pretty good look at last week against the Pitt Panthers. And though, unfortunately for Cincinnati, they didn't pull it out. I was pretty impressed with them. And they had some defensive injuries and stuff, and maybe some of those guys come back. They're not playing, a Power 5 team this week. And they have that guy, Sam, you might remember Sorby, the Indiana QB from
Yeah.
here. Yeah. He was chucking it. And I think them as only 3.5-point favorite against Miami of Ohio seems pretty low here. I'm sure there will be a ton of Cincinnati fans also at that game just because it's, I'm sure, maybe an hour away or whatnot. So give me the Bearcats. I know I got to lay the hook there, but I think they'll bounce back and comfortably probably win this game by a couple touchdowns or so.
Boo. No, it's not a bad bet, but for our cousin's sake.
I was gonna say I was thinking about dueling you here
Okay.
I was thinking about it.
First duel of the year?
No, I thought about it. There's one I just keep like eyeing, and it's not cute, but I think it's effective. Georgia minus 13.5 first half spread against Kentucky. I think that 13.5 is right there. I think if it's 14.5, I'd be a little tempted to stay away. That 13 is that nice little hook. I don't like the full game. I think I had it at.
I'll be honest. I think minus 24 might be too low from what we saw Kentucky last week.
Yep. I also I might do both, but I do think that they come out hot, and if some Kentucky backdoor bullshit happens, then I'm at least covered there. But yeah, I agree with you. I might do a little halftime, full-time covering their first halves.
You know who Kentucky's quarterback is?
No, I'll be honest, I don't.
Yeah, I didn't see. It's the Vandergraft, the kid who was at Georgia. the last
Oh,
years.
okay.
Yeah, I think he had a 1 QBR last week against South Carolina.
Oof, oof, oof. And Georgia, they need to just keep rolling, dude. So
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. I like the board. I like the board. I feel like the board's being seen a little bit better this week. So hopefully we all bounce back. I like it there. Do we want to start Arizona? I was gonna start on some games that we did not talk about yet. We got a couple good games on Friday. I wanted to bring up. We got UNLV at Kansas, Kansas -7 over under 58, and we also have Zona playing at Kansas State. Kansas State -7.5 over under also 58, but you get a half, so 58.5. You guys playing anything on those two games?
Mm, I was not. I watched a good amount of that Kansas State Tulane game, and I don't know if I was more impressed with Tulane or less impressed with Kansas State there.
Yeah.
I can look at. I don't though.
And Zona's kind of a weird team. I think they were
They were
hurt.
struggling with Northern Arizona last time I checked.
Yep.
That game last Saturday. I'll be honest with you, I probably don't have like anything I feel too good about that week, but I'll watch the games.
Yeah, I kind of like the over in the Zona Kansas State game. I feel like both might be able to bounce back a little offensively, whether it's just like one of those fugly ass games. It'll be it's a Friday night game.
Night game.
A weird one. So I'll probably play the over. That's about it. I mean, Kansas, maybe like an over and Kansas money line parlay, just something like simple.
I don't know if you guys saw it all. I think it was Friday night last week, the Northwestern Duke game. Just got to be one of those just crazy ass, like weird Friday night games that like 30 points was scored in like 4 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, that was weird. I was trying to numb my pain at that point after the Packers game. And I was like, I'm just gonna play I think I did the under. Like when it was like 29.5 and they just like blew through it. I was just like, oh fuck this shit. I was like, all right, nothing's going right today.
Yeah.
Just put it to bed. But any other games you guys like that you're looking at that we did not talk about? I was gonna say someone.
Who'd he say? What'd you say?
Say hell to Pitt.
Oh. Well, real quick before we do that, Bama -15.5 against Wisconsin. I don't hate that.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
They look very, very good. And then, yeah, eat ship it.
It should be. I'm hoping it should be a pretty good game here.
I was trying to find what's the over under on that?
I think so. You guys look pretty fucking solid. And I mean, we just looked really shit against Penn State and then played a shit Albany team. So I really don't know what's gonna happen coming into this.
The only
It
thing
was -3.
Yeah, I think it's still West Virginia -3. But dude, this kid Reed, who wasn't even supposed to be the starter because the original starter for Pitt kind of got just right before the season ruled ineligible. This Desmond Reed kid has essentially 300 yards through the first 2 games. I mean, he's averaging 8.9 carries, yards a carry. It's not. He has 33 carries too. You know, it's not like only a couple there. So I think he was a transfer from Western Carolina, if memory serves me right. But if they can get him going, it'll be good because then they don't have to rely on as much the freshman QB, and will be a pretty good game. And I expect there to be a lot of West Virginia fans too, so it'll I think be a pretty loud environment altogether.
Yeah,
I'm excited. You're going, right?
Good one. I am going. Yeah, it'll be a good one that sneaks right in there at the 3:30 window.
Let's go.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
There we go.
Let's see.
I'll tell the crew to not harass you.
Thank you. I come in peace.
I know those drunk ass West Virginians.
It's all good, man. I'll have some icy lights with everyone. See them at Rivers Casino afterwards.
Oh, hell yeah.
I miss an IC.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Couple plays before we get into NFL picks that I'm also gonna be playing. I like Vanderbilt, Georgia State over 46. Man, he's been putting up some points.
Yep.
I don't know much about Georgia State. Maybe they can put up 14 and Vandy can, well, 34-14, clear pretty, a couple points to spare. So I like that. Um, Ole Miss minus 23.5. It is big. It is at Wake Forest, but they put up a ton of points. Don't know if Wake's looking too hot, so I might look at that one as well. And then the last one, more of a, I guess, an old JMU pick, but Signetti minus 3 with Indiana at UCLA. I think Indiana can take care of business there.
Yeah, looking good.
Yep, unfortunately, but yeah,
Well, Siggy Smalls.
yeah, yep. They're looking at flipping this one Julian Lewis kid who's like committed to USC right now. I'm
I
like,
thought, oh yeah, I thought they did. I thought that
or maybe he's
Dan is their top is his top right now.
okay. So he's already yeah, damn, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm playing that. But anything else from you guys before we get into some NFL picks?
No. Oh yeah.
I mean, if Oregon messes around again, I think that Oregon State plus 16.5 at home could look like a pretty easy bet there. But
It is
but it's
before
also like, maybe this is the weekend they figure it out and beat them by 40. So it was,
yeah, and it's before dark, so that's a concern.
it is
We only like the Beavers after dark.
really like the Beavers after dark.
Yep,
That we do.
like it. All right, let's get into the NFL. We already recapped, so I am absolutely not making any decisions when it comes to the NFL order. Max is going to be the one deciding. Max,
Um, we'll go Sean Sam me.
cool, cool. And also one thing to note, we don't have a lot of props out right now, so I think we're for this week we're gonna do probably 2 tuds. So we'll do a touchdown parlay. We can make that a little juicier, and then
What about if can we put something that we'd like the prop if we just fill in the number afterwards, be okay with whatever comes out?
Yeah.
if there's something you guys like,
The only touchdowns I could find were for
Yeah, I never even found a touchdown.
Thursday and then
I just will, yeah, just
Okay.
assume
Yeah,
it's not gonna be
that's
too
fine.
juiced.
I'm good with that. Cool. We'll do a little post once we get those updated and those come out. We'll post those afterwards.
Yeah.
The rest of the picks later in the week. So I like that. And it's a little fun because we don't know what the number's gonna be. So just kind of live and die with the number. Let's go. Fuck yeah. All right. Who's starting? Sean's starting?
Yeah, Sean Sam.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. No, just right off the bat, I'll take the kind of cheeky one because it's barely a dog, but it is still a plus number. So give me the Rams plus 1.5 against the Cardinals. I thought the Rams looked really good against Detroit team that was an NFC champion, almost the NFC champion last year. There, certainly the Puka news stinks, but I mean, if they can just start getting oh my gosh, Cooper Cup going like they did, then getting back to like 2021 form, that'll be good. And yeah, it's also too, it's like I like the Cardinals against teams like the Bills where they just don't play the Cardinals a lot. I don't really love the Cardinals against teams in their division that they know they've played them 2 times, every single year there, and can probably game up pretty well for Kyler and co. So I think the Rams win this one actually pretty well. I don't agree with the plus 1.5 there.
Fair. I like that one. Circling that one. At the middle spot. Ooh, I'm gonna take a favorite because I'm kind of scared it could just keep going up and up and up. Based on their starting quarterbacks performance last week, I think they're gonna continue that streak. So I'm gonna take the opposite side of this. Give me the New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers to bounce back, minus 3.5 right now. Playing at Tennessee. Yeah, they're at home. It doesn't really matter. Levis is going to be hilarious to watch. I'm sure he improves from last week, but Jets also have a decent secondary. I won't say that I won't say their run defense is great because they got shit kicked out of them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I stopped watching because I was like, this is like pathetic. Like honestly, like they were just getting rolled over. I think Quinton Williams and company, CJ Mosley, they get their shit together. Secondary keeps them in check. Rodgers is now going to be on game 2, and he didn't play like terrible. Um, to be honest with you, just a couple missed throws, a little short, still getting used to everything, and that pressure from the 49ers defense can definitely be a lot. Their line is still working on it. So yeah, give me the Jets. Nice 3.5. I think they blow them out.
Nice.
That is nice. I had that
Yeah.
down. It did look good. I mean, Niners just looked better.
Yes, exactly.
Well, shit. I I don't know if Sean would take this, but I'm just gonna take it just in case. Give me Chargers -6.5 against the Panthers.
Yep. That's
I
my
know,
favorite.
I know their offense didn't look that great. But holy shit, did the Panthers look just like fucking poo poo. I'm surprised it's not 9.5, if I'm gonna be honest. Um, they'll get their shit. I mean, it's Herbert. Herbert is bound to throw for like 2 tutties with like 270. Like I just think they just are like, fuck this, we're just balling out. This is an easy win. So give me that all day.
Yep. Yep.
And then yeah, dude, I'm gonna do it because I actually feel really good about this. Tampa Bay Buccaneers +7 against the Detroit Lions. I mean, dude, ever since Baker got over there, he's just been balling. And I love watching him just have fun and do his thing. Browns kind of just ate him alive. He's got some good weapons. Their defense is solid. Um, I don't know. Something about it screams that this might even just be an upset.
Yep.
I like it a lot, but it is in Detroit. So
Yeah, I'm with you. That number is way
I
too
agree.
high.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay was the most, I think, efficient team on offense last week. And these two teams just played each other in the playoffs, and I don't even think that game was a 7-point game.
Now,
no, I don't think it was.
I had it more tabbed at like a 4.5 is like if I was
Yeah.
thinking more before I was like 4.5, maybe 5.5 again. But I think, yeah, I think they're a little bit like, yeah, I love that. Yeah, that was the dog. I like that a lot.
Let's go.
That
Actually,
was the
taking
dog.
2 off our favorite.
I know, and that's the tough thing, right? And you can't. That's why you want to go in the last in the snake, because I know you liked both the other ones before, but you got to get those back to backs.
Yeah.
Oof. Oof. Well, you both have your dogs, so I'm gonna try and save that for later. Shit on a stick. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of keep. I think honestly, I think the Rams Cardinals game is probably close to, if not the game of the week. I think there is going to be some points. I think Kieran Williams going to get his dose of running. We saw what happened last week with Kyler once he got going, 28 points for them, 20 for the Rams, and honestly, they just got going a little bit late once they kind of had the mix up with Puka. Give them a week to prepare without Puka and insert the next fucking stud rookie wide receiver, whoever it is that they drafted in the
It
sixth
might be
round.
Tyler Johnson from a few years ago who's
Oh.
on their team.
There we go. I like that. There's gonna be a wide receiver who's gonna come out in that game who's not Cooper Cup and or Kieran Williams. So looking forward to seeing that game. Give me the over, just lots of points.
Kieran. Yeah, I mean, yeah, their offense still, I like it.
All right. Was that back to
I
me?
did have
Joe?
that down.
You Sean, go ahead.
Fucker.
All right. I didn't like anything I saw from Las Vegas's offense last week. Also, if they're going to be punting from like 4th and 1 across midfield with the game on the line, I like that as well to keep points off the board. That was a very interesting decision from Antonio Pierce. I don't think that playing Baltimore is going to be any easier. So go ahead and give me the under. What's that number right there? Give me under 41.5 in Baltimore versus Las Vegas.
Yep. Oh,
Yep. I had that one as well.
yep.
Very nice.
Mhm.
Yep.
And on the other side, Cowboys Saints just I don't know. I just that looks like a lot of points to me. I like the way Derek. I was telling a buddy of mine is a New Orleans fan. Really just got busting his chops because he doesn't like believe his team. He doesn't necessarily want it to go the way. But I was like, there's a world where we look at the end of September. New Orleans like 4-0. Carr is throwing like 10 TDs to 1 interception and is like a dark horse like MVP there. And, of course, it probably wouldn't go that way. They're the Saints, and they'll eventually fall back down. But I love over 45.5. I love the Cowboys offense too, man. They're efficient as all hell. They got some playmakers.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, no, because even if it gets to shit, Dallas will put up fucking 43, and New Orleans will do like 20.
Yeah, I think each team's floor here is, at like 17 points.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Oh shit. Let's see. Under. I'm gonna go. We were talking a little bit about it earlier. Bucks Lions. I think it's gonna be a little bit slower of a game. I think it's gonna be kind of similar to the Rams game. I think even the Bucks. I know they threw a bunch against Washington. Their corners in Washington are fucking garbage.
Yeah.
They are garbage. So
We were all over that one.
yeah, I think they just exploited that. I think they're going to be able to get some run game going as well. So yeah, give me the under 51.5. I think that's the highest one, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's just like, well, if it's the highest, Bengals kind of fucked me last week with the best favorite. So I'm gonna try and fade the highest over. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Is Chase gonna be back?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm thinking about staying away, but I'm also tantalized by 6.5. So I might get into that later.
Yeah, I agree.
See. We'll see.
All right. Yeah, I'll just do that. We'll wait for the prop because I don't think you guys have what I have. Give me under 38.5 Chargers Panthers. Little double dip, but I don't think they're gonna go crazy. Panthers aren't gonna be able to score more than probably 10. I'd say 10. Chargers just keep it simple. 24-10. Just time manage, clock manage. They're gonna just do their thing. Easy peasy.
Yep.
Minus 6.5 and under. Easy money. That's just fucking going crazy right now.
He loves
He agrees. He agrees with me.
Yeah.
Jesus. We got the zooms. And then I'm gonna say over 45 for Niners Vikings. I know what the Vikings just did, or the Niners just did to the Jets offense. Minnesota's offense looked very good. Sam Darnold good. Like
Yeah.
I think even if Minnesota doesn't put up more than 17, San Fran's probably gonna get fucking 30. Like
Nope.
I think it'll be okay.
I mean, who's seen a lot of Shanahan's Niners defense in practice for a few years.
Yeah.
Got to Minnesota.
Is that man Darnold himself?
He
Yeah.
knows the
I
secrets.
didn't even think about that. Look at it. Look at you.
He may not see ghosts. We'll see. I don't know. He looked good though. So yeah, I like that pick a lot.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's see. I don't even know. Am I back?
You're back.
Oh.
Yeah, your middle.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you guys both took my dogs. I was trying to just wait on that. And then I was like, I don't know. I don't really like the Browns. I don't I don't really
Well,
like the Seahawks, the Titans. So you know what? I'm gonna go with the Patriots plus 3.5. Why not? Seattle looked pretty solid. I think they can bounce back. I don't hate Seattle and the way that they looked, but I think Gerard Mayo and company has them going. It's going to be probably an ugly game. Ramondre Stevenson looked good. Kept Cincinnati's defense in check, so I don't see why they can't keep Metcalf and Lockett and those guys in check, scheming those guys up. So yeah, give me New England plus 3.5. And this is honestly like an ugly ass game and a probably ugly ass play, but I think I just need to go with what I think is gonna just potentially get some dubs. So
no, I mean, I agree because I thought about that too. And I was thinking Seattle, but then granted, like Burrow didn't have his guys and shit, but still, like that Patriots defense is fucking nice.
yeah,
I mean, they always have, or not always, but like the past like 5 years have just been very solid. So
Yeah.
I do
Yeah. Christian Gonzalez, that's his name, right? The cornerback.
yep,
He's legit.
yeah,
yeah.
Duggar, there's a lot of good players on that
They
team.
were able to keep Judon, like, yeah, I think.
I think Judon's on the Falcons now, right?
yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
I
The
thought they
trade
signed.
before the season started, I think.
Oh, they signed him and then dished him. I swear.
Speaking of which, I haven't watched the whole Falcons game. I didn't see a lot of Judon, but I saw a lot of Kirk. Wasn't good. I don't think he's looks all that healthy. And now he's going up against the Eagles,
Yep.
who also have a pretty good pass rush there. I think the Eagles who actually have an offense, unlike the Steelers, probably win this game pretty handily. At 6.5 might seem like a lot of points right now, but this is probably a game that we also will all be going to bed at halftime, just like last night's Monday night game there as well. If it goes, as I'm thinking there, so
I don't
I
hate
will
that.
take the I will take
Yeah.
the Eagles who own Sam to also own Atlanta. And then for my I'll take the first prop here.
Yeah.
The interior line for the Bengals is kind of dog shit. Makes me happy to say that, but statistically, that is pretty true. Going back through last year, they were one of the worst kind of run stopping teams. Didn't look any bit better against the Patriots. So I look to see, okay, who we got playing the Bengals this week. Well, it's a pretty fun matchup. Of course, we have, former AFC championship rematch here with the Chiefs and Bengals. Give me the child that runs so hard. Give me Isaiah Pacheco over his yards. We don't have a number yet. I would guess that will be somewhere between 45 and 55. But I like, even whatever it is, I like Isaiah Pacheco to kind of feast in that game. So I'll take over whatever his run prop is.
I'll even put a 45 to 55 range in parentheses, see how close we get to a little guess.
Yeah, we can get it on the nose.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, dude, that man, it was so funny. And I was a little intoxicated, but at the bar, just every time he would get the fucking ball, it's like he is running so fucking hard. It's just insane. It's like a kid that just stole something he shouldn't have. Like he's running with scissors or something. He's like, fucking holy shit. I love that.
He got a lot of touches too. He had 15 carries
Yep,
last week. So
Yeah, no, they use him well, and he runs hard as fucking shit. Actually, like the hardest running back I've seen.
I love the swinging of the arms.
Yeah, it's like what is happening? And just like he just shoves his feet into the ground. Absolutely love it. Love that pick. Wait, no, it's back to Sam. I was about to go.
Ooh, now I don't know where he's going. Now I don't know where he's going. How am I
There's
gonna?
no shot you have what I have.
You're just playing mind games at this point. Now I got to figure out what you're gonna play. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Wouldn't guess it
Um,
with 10 guesses.
yeah, I got a couple things that I'm thinking about. One thing, I mean, looking at the Jets, the way that they roll, I do think they keep going. I think I texted and he kind of fell off in the second half. They had to kind of move the ball around, but a Garrett Wilson over receptions is enticing. I'm trying to pull up one thing real quick before I make that decision, but I think thinking about it, like, Commanders Giants game gonna be pretty ugly. Potentially could be like a little Eckler action. But I'm gonna go with someone else, another wide receiver, Cooper Kupp. I'm going over his receptions. I don't care what it is. Dude's probably gonna have 14 receptions, be anywhere from 9.5. I don't think it'll be that. I think it'll be right at like an 8.5, potentially 9.5 range. But 8.5 is probably about right. They don't make crazy receptions.
They don't ever like
Yeah.
bring it up near double digits.
Yeah. And then you got to be like fucking, and not even Tyreek because he just gets like 8 catches for 140 yards. So, not even like a Jay Jetta or something like that. But yeah, give me Cups over receptions.
Okay.
I like that. I mean, he went on. I played against him this week, and I think he had like 30 fucking points.
Yeah. Yeah. He's insane. And
Mhm.
Puka out, he's gonna step up. So we'll see.
Yeah. Very fair, very fair. I'll just finish the prop as well. This is a guy that I have on my team for fantasy, and it kind of I looked through my team. I was like, all right, who did pretty well? That man would be James Conner, and I'm gonna do his receptions. I'm gonna assume he had 3 last week, so I'm gonna assume it's might be 3.5, maybe 2.5. But against the Rams, I think he might get like 5. I think he's gonna be utilized a little more with that screening and all that shit. So I like that a lot.
He's
Yeah.
also a guy who runs kind of tough. Like he's kind of got a little Pacheco. I feel like he's a little bit bigger. I think he's taller, maybe a little lighter, but he
Yes,
does.
he's very downhill. Like he's just like, give me that ball and I'm going. Like
Yeah, I want to run through you. I don't want to run around you.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot. And Kyler seemed to dump off lots of him, so that's a great play there.
Yeah.
And onto the TD parlay.
Yeah. Just real quick on the Justice Hill had 2 catches in the first drive for the Ravens. That'll be something we want to keep our eyes on the next few games. That he could,
Yes.
Yes,
Did
dude.
you-
That is something that was insane.
Mhm.
That was beautiful. I'm glad you brought that up. 1.5, and he got it.
If you could just be like, that's it, cool. I don't want to watch anymore.
Yeah, like I can go to bed happy.
Yep.
I love that. Tight it or tutty. Yeah, I'm gonna do it because it was one of 2 games, but also it's the man. We'll get this offense rolling. DeAndre Swift at plus 195. I think he gets a nice little dish within like we're at like 20 or something and just runs it straight in. Um, yeah, he's gonna score.
It's the best thing to help a rookie quarterback, get the run game going.
Exactly,
A healthy dose of Swift.
for sure.
Yeah. I like that a lot. I feel like it's kind of fitting of me to do this, I suppose, in honor of my background. I agree with Sean. I do like a cover as well on Monday night. So we might have to wait till Monday night to get this, but hopefully you guys can get your first 2 and then we can all feel pretty good about it come Monday night. So yeah. Saquon, anytime Todd. Have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Respect.
He might become the old like Derrick Henry, like at like almost minus 200 at times.
Yep.
If this Eagles offense gets cooking like we feel like they can, I mean, it's just going to open up so many times where they're, goal to go. It's like, all right, well, I'm probably going to score Saquon here.
It basically replaced the push tush push.
Yeah, yeah, because the push tush wasn't so pushing.
No longer with
Sometimes it was
Kelsey.
fumble.
Yeah.
And my buddy kept saying, he's like, it's not a thing anymore without Kelsey. I was like, ha, like, yeah, it's funny, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
Might not be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got to hit some touchdown parlays.
We
So
need to
yeah,
hit
we
some
gotta-
touchdown parlays.
we gotta
Hey,
hit
I tried. I mean, Monty was money team, so
Yeah, that was cash. That was just like I know it was wasn't it the last touchdown of the game though?
yeah.
Yeah, it was a walk off.
But still, dude, he should have had like, he was rolling that whole game. But like even when he did, it was just like, oh yeah, of course he did. Because I think I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I was like, oh yeah, of course, yeah. All righty.
Mine will definitely also be plus money here. You'd probably try to think of something easier, but score a touchdown week 1. I think he's going to become the number 1 target for Justin Herbert, and someone's got to, we got to take advantage of the poopy Carolina Panthers. So give me Lad McConkey to get into the end zone.
Laddie boy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's go. Yeah, I picked him up
I
in
feel like that
leagues, and he's gonna be solid.
that's gonna be closer to like a Swift like line.
Probably.
I love that, dude. Let's hype that shit up.
Yep.
Yeah, fat parlay going, dude. Have you? All right, this
Bounce
is really
back.
no quick. Did you see Antonio Brown's touchdown parlay? That shit was crazy.
Was it real?
Yeah. We'll keep going, but I'll find it real quick.
Yeah. Well, and I saw what's his name? Boston Connor from the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, he won like $50-some thousand.
Yeah, hit like 350 to win like 58K, like 7 leg parlay. I was like, God damn, dude.
God, he posts so
Must be
much.
nice.
I know. We gotta get in on that action. Yeah, so we'll see. Let's see. Any other games is there any games we missed? Or didn't really talk about? I mean, Buffalo Bills, Dolphins. What do you guys think come Thursday night? Since this will be out tomorrow on Wednesday.
Wow.
I found it. Aaron Jones, Tutty. These are all any times. Aaron Jones, Anthony Richardson, and Mike Evans. Plus 1,197. He put 500 to win 6.
That also kind of like
That's
that's nice. How many other parlays did he do? Like, do you think that was just the one he went with?
Yeah.
I mean, like it's still gonna be net. It's way up on the week, or at least to start the year. But it's like I bet that man threw in 18 other crazy ass $500 parlays.
Fair. That is fair.
That's fucking geek.
But,
Then
I
I
think I like the Bills in that game.
Bills.
Honestly, I mean, the Miami didn't really deserve to win in week 1. It turned it on there. I mean, if ETN just doesn't fumble, like Jags are going to win that game there. And it was nice. I mean, we saw the Josh Allen experiment. It was kind of touch and go there at first, but when he got it going, I mean, man, they were scoring at will. I think they scored like 4 or 5 straight possessions at one point in the second half.
I know A-Chain and Mostert are like kind of banged up too, so I'm interested to see how that goes in the run game. So they might just be chucking. But
Yeah.
we'll see there. Let's see. Colts Packers. I would stay away. If anything, I would probably just bet the Colts money line and or covering 3. -3 is pretty crazy to be honest, but I don't know. Let's see. Browns. Anything against Jags?
I kind of had Rams money line. I almost did that for my dog at plus 100.
Yeah, I like that too.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, Jags are -3 on the Browns. I'm tempted to just fade the Browns for a bit.
Dude. Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah.
Just had to win against the Dolphins.
Because Watson is Yeah, dude, I just gotta get him out of here. That's all I'll say. He's
Bad,
fucking,
bad.
fucking terrible person.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a mess. Cleveland's in shambles. Jags, first game at home, and like you said, bouncing back off a close loss to Miami. So I like that as well. I think that's it. I mean, Bengals 6.5 against the Chiefs. I don't really like that, but that might grow on me as the week goes on.
Once Jamar is official that he's playing.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dude, yeah, we all saw that one video. Um, the Bengals look bad. They looked bad against a bad Patriots team. So yeah, I don't have any faith in them right now.
Yep. Yeah. Sweet fellas. That all we got? Go to bed.
With me.
So
Get this
Yeah,
fucking shit off
I
my
think it's
screen.
new locks.
Yeah. We will bounce back. We'll be bouncing back. Got a wedding this weekend. Gonna be dancing, gonna be betting. We'll see Mr. PV there. So cook together some locks. Go Mountaineers. Eat shit pit. And everyone have a good weekend.
Perfect. Ooh, I cannot wait to reclip that next week.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Love you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.